Hello, I'm Jake Babs, the volunteer archivist here at the University of Rio Grande Community College. We are in the Rio Alumni Heritage Room. We're going to talk about the reason Rio Grande has existed for 146 years, and it's simply students. Rio Grande was founded with students in mind in an area where there was no real demand for a college and where there was no town. Parmelia Atwood decided she was going to help the area and build a college so the youth could be educated. Here we are, 146 years later. If we look at Rio Grande in 1876, there were 10 acres of ground. There were 2 buildings. There was a staff of 4, and on the first day of classes, there was a grand total of 15 students. I'd like to read to you from the original college catalog published in 1877 what the authorities at Rio Grande, what the president had to say. Rio Grande College is situated in a quiet, healthy locality of much natural beauty. There are no saloons in the vicinity, and the officers of the college endeavor to encourage and support sound moral and religious influences without sectarianism. The college authorities do not depend upon sensational methods, but endeavor to do thorough, honest work, the true method by which knowledge and mental growth are acquired, and the success of the institution during the past year indicates that the public is recognizing it as worthy of patronage. Much has changed in 146 years. Good times, bad times. That 10 acres has turned into 190. The 2 buildings have turned into over 20. There are over 200 employees with over 1,800 students. There are 3 remote centers, one in Meigs County, one in MacArthur, and one in Jackson, and Rio Grande classes are taught around the world via the internet. There have been almost 15,000 graduates from this school. What have these graduates done? Rio alumni have taught school, performed on Broadway, worked as nurses, pitched in the major leagues, taken x-rays, played and coached in the National Basketball Association, operated their own small businesses, been the president of American Express, operated daycare centers, played professional soccer, been the Minister of Foreign Affairs for the country of South Korea, worked as ministers and missionaries, served in the United States Congress, written books, sold books, served in the Peace Corps, given their life in service to the country, and contributed to the well-being of the entire world. Rio Grande exists as an institution of higher learning due to 3 factors: the vision of Nehemiah Atwood, the inspiration of Reverend Ira Z. Haining, and the determination of Parmelia Ridgway Atwood Wood. Nehemiah and Parmelia Atwood were a prosperous and childless couple that farmed and maintained an inn near the present village of Rio Grande. They became devout Free Will Baptists due to the preaching of the Reverend Haining. Nehemiah wanted to use his wealth to help the local residents, and at the urging of Reverend Haining, decided to start a college. Nehemiah died in 1869 before the work on the college began. His widow, Parmelia, decided to honor her late husband's wishes. She gave 10 acres of the farm for the original campus, paid for the construction of the first 2 buildings, and willed her entire estate to Rio Grande College. Almost single-handedly, Parmelia started Rio Grande College. Classes began on September 13, 1876, and continue to this very day. The history of this institution has not been easy. It has gone from Rio Grande College to Rio Grande Junior College, back to Rio Grande College, and then to Rio Grande College and Rio Grande Community College. Since 1989, the mission began by the Atwoods and Haining has existed as the University of Rio Grande and Rio Grande Community College. Throughout the many triumphs and tragedies, the good times and the bad, the primary mission has been the same. The education of the students has always been the driving force at Rio Grande. As students, staff, faculty, administration, alumni, and friends, it is only proper that we pause and reflect on those that have gone before us and consider those to come later. We stand on the shoulders of giants, and it is to us to ensure that our shoulders will be there for later generations. Now here's to Old Rio.